He says, this thing was beautiful. He says, it was big and it was smooth and the walls were like glass. And he says, we built this damn thing. The ones we were building were, you know, rough and not too ready, and we had to plaster them and, you know, finish them up a bit, cement and all, to make them livable. But he says, we ran into a series of tunnels that were incredible. And what we were going to do is we were going to get a Jeep and load it up with, you know, spotlights and water and whatever, and we were going to explore. And one of our senior supervisors, he said, found out about our plan and threatened to court-martial or put us all in jail. And he said, you stay the hell out of those tunnels. Those are not ours. Those are not for you to look at. You leave them alone. And he said, all among themselves, who the hell built those tunnels, you know? Well, who had the technology to build those that good? And here we are digging these things in. When I retired, we knew officially at my level of security that there were 4 different groups that we were interrelating with. They were all humanoid, but only one was human, or at least so much like us that you couldn't tell the difference. Technologically, they are so far beyond us that we can't even imagine it. And I think spiritually they are so far beyond us. And I think those are the ones that are really calling the shots. I think those are the ones that are really in charge of the program. And you see other aliens, you see little grays, you see tall grays, you see tall whites with no hair at all. You even see, some of the people have described seeing reptilians. I don't deny that. I don't doubt that for a moment. But I've concluded that the one group that seems to be running the program, at least on planet Earth, are the Anunnaki from Nibiru, our cousins, our forefathers, as it were.
So it's possible that they had built those tunnels?
I think so. They said that there were tunnels all over the damn place. There were tunnels going from Groom Lake to Nellis, which is what, about 10 miles,
yeah,
20 miles, or something like that. There were rumors that some of the tunnels went over to Fort Huachuca, which is in southern Arizona.
And you had been stationed there at one time?
And I had been stationed at Huachuca. And I knew there were some, you know, mysterious goings on there, but anyhow, they said that there were tunnels all over the place. So when I hear these rumors about tunnels across the continent with high-speed rail, yeah, I'm not surprised.
So the Phil Schneider reports about underground tunnels and some of the maps that he provided, that kind of thing, do you guys have problems with that?
It makes sense to me.
I know the chemical structure and the application of construction value explosives. I earned a reputation on it. I helped hollow out over 13 deep underground military bases in the United States. I worked on the Malta project. I worked on West Germany on its military bases, in Spain on its, and Italy on its. Anyway, of these 129 bases, they've been building them day and night unceasingly since the early 40s. Some of them were built even earlier than that. The average depth of each base is roughly a mile deep. They are basic whole cities hollowed out underground. They are somewhere between 2 2/3 cubic miles and 4 1/4 cubic miles hollowed out underground. These bases comprised basically of large cities underground. They're connected by high-speed monorail magneto-leviton trains that can go up to Mach 2. Several books recently have been written about this activity, all of which is verifiable through bibliography. Richard Sauder's book, he's a PhD architect, and he alone also is risking his life by talking about this. He worked with a number of government agencies on deep underground military bases. I have helped build 2 main concerned bases within these United States that have some significance as far as what is it called the New World Order. Number one is Dulce, New Mexico. I was involved in 1979 in a horrendous firefight with alien human type, whatever you want to call them. And I was one of the survivors. I'm probably the only talking survivor you'll ever hear. Two other survivors are under close guard somewhere in these United States. One is not in very good shape. He's living in Canada. So I'm about the only one around that knows the firefight, that knows all the detailed files of the entire operation. 66 Secret Service agents, FBI and the like, Black Berets died in that firefight. I was there. My father, Otto Oscar Schneider, there's an interesting story about him. He fought on both sides of the war. He was originally a U-boat captain. He was captured, he was captured by the French. He was turned over to the United States Army. He was turned over to the United States Navy. He was repatriated here to Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Fort Lauderdale, and taken up to Philadelphia Navy Yard thereafter. And he was a master machinist as well as an MD doctor. He later became an MD doctor and never did anything with it. But basically, he was involved with different kinds of concerns, such as A-bomb and H-bomb and Philadelphia experiment and these other kinds of projects. His groundwork, he invented a camera, a high-speed camera that took pictures of the first atomic tests in Bikini Island on 12th of July 1946, to which I have original photographs of, which show unidentified flying objects fleeing the bomb site at a high rate of speed. Bikini Island at the time was infested with things in various depths of its waters. The natives always saw them. The natives had problems with their cattle, basically pigs is what they raised, and other things. Though this story has never come out, this is basically what happened. Maybe somebody knows a senator or a congressman or has had help by such. There's one outstanding in Oregon. His name is Mark Hatfield. That man helped me fight the federal government. See, my father left me these pictures of what he took at Bikini Island. Operation Crossroads. And I'm going to have this one out on the table. It's the original. I'll ask you please carefully handle it and try not to put too many fingerprints on it. Right over here, and I'll point to it, and I'll point to it. Hey, Echo, is a structure that is an unidentified flying object. This was taken 12th of July, 1946. Federal government at that time knew all about flying saucers, what they were and what their agenda was, and how they want to control us by world domination. Without question, they knew about it. UFOs really wasn't my bag until I started work at Area 51, which is in Nellis Air Force Base north of Las Vegas, Nevada. The Guardians of Stealth. There are over 3 distinct classifications of special police used to guard one of our most well-kept secrets. Number 1, this is the most disturbing of all. The MJTF, and that, by the way, that stands for Military Joint Tactical Force, otherwise known as the Black Berets. Some people call them the Delta Force, and there are other names for it. A multinational tactical force primarily used to guard the various stealth aircraft worldwide. Stealth aircraft, for instance, the F-117A, there's 157 of the son of a guns going around. You know their sole purpose is? They're all loaded with LIDAR, L-I-D-A-R, and SEER, computer-enhanced imaging radar. They can fly over your house. They can see you walking from room to room. They can tell if you've got an old antique rifle on your mantelpiece. They can see objects in the house with a variation limit and capability of 1 inch to 30,000 miles. That's how accurate this is. Is this the proper use of our tax money? I would say not.